I think the main problem we have when it comes to our liberties and freedoms is that we're too much involved in other people's business. Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing? What I mean by that is, most of the people who want freedoms taken away from you are people who just don't want to mind their business, and they're always worried about what other people are doing. They want people to behave a certain way, and they don't mind using the force of government to make you behave a certain way. I'm pro mind your business. It's not my business what other people do. I stand like that on most issues. When it comes to the whole thing about gay marriage, you know, there was a time where gay people couldn't get married. Okay, well, why not? I'm more of like, I'm a mind my business type of person. I'm not involved in their relationship. I'm not gay, so why should I dictate how gay people live? You know, when it comes to the war on drugs, I'll be honest with you, I'm for complete freedom. I believe anybody should take whatever the hell drug they want as long as they're not harming anybody. I think coke, I'm a real radical when it comes to this. I think weed should be legal, coke should be legal, heroin should be legal. Let people do whatever the hell they want to do. If they do it in the privacy of their own home, they're allowed to make bad decisions. They can overdose and die for all I care. I just don't think the government should be able to tell people what they can and cannot put in their bodies. The same argument I had when they tried to mandate the vaccine, same argument I have why I'm pro-choice. The government should not dictate what a person can and can't do with their body, even if it is dangerous. I think in a country with true freedom, we should be allowed to make bad decisions as long as those bad decisions aren't directly harming another person. All right. So, yeah, I believe all drugs should be legal. I'm not saying people should go out and do all the drugs. I'm just saying if a person chooses to, as an American, I believe that's that person's choice. Go shoot up as long as you're not bothering me. All right. So when it comes to liberty and freedoms, you have to understand we live in a country where there's a bunch of different cultures, a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different interests. And if they're not bothering you or what's the word? Like, if they're not impeding your lifestyle in any way, it should not matter. Man, I believe in true liberty. I am. I'm wild with it. Dude, when I say I don't care what people do, as long as they're not vandalizing my property, stealing from me, or harming me, I literally don't care. I have perfected the art of minding my business. I think I'm being a little bit too patriotic, huh? Dude, like I said, my views on freedom are wild. People would think that I'm an anarchist, but I'm not. I do believe in laws. I do believe we are a nation of laws. I just think we have just way too many laws. I'm okay with laws against murder, of course. I'm okay with laws against rape. I'm okay with laws against like vandalism and property theft and fraud. I'm okay with all that because all of those affect another person and harm another person. But when it comes to morality laws, dude, some of them I just don't jive with. Like some of the laws that we have are based on trying to curb a person's behavior, and I don't think that's real liberty, dude. I think people should be allowed to behave in a way you may not see fit. Freedom. Well, my idea, if you knew what my idea of freedom was, I think prostitution should be legal. I think all drugs should be legal. I think anybody should be able to own any gun. I believe a person should be able to buy a nuclear warhead if they could afford it. That's how far I go. Like, if you can buy, like, for real, like, if you can afford a nuclear warhead, a nuclear missile, and you can afford a place to store it where it doesn't harm anybody around you, I believe you should be able to buy one and own one. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying you should have the right to. You get it? There are certain things I believe a person shouldn't do, but they should still have the right to do it if they choose to. Like Elon Musk can buy a nuclear warhead if he felt like it, and if he wanted to, he should be able to do it. As long as he has a place to store it where the nuclear radiation doesn't affect anybody else. If he can buy a nuclear silo, put a nuclear missile in it, and just have it there for the hell of it, for whatever, just to say I got one, he should be able to. He should be able to. I truly believe that. I should be able to buy an aircraft carrier if I could afford one. I'm not going to use it for anything, but I just want one, right? Somebody said there's no reason why a person needs an AR-15. Well, it doesn't matter why. If somebody just wants one, they should just be able to have one. If the military can have one, I should be able to have one, right? Isn't that what the Second Amendment is? Like, we should be able to have the arms to defend ourselves from government tyranny. Well, if the government can have aircraft carriers and nuclear silos and Moabs and Abrams tanks, I think the general public should be able to own all of that. You know what I mean? All right, Lou. Do we have a problem? Don't be a minute. Right, your boy had that. Your boy had that nuclear arm in the back of that U-Haul truck. Yeah, I remember that. Right, just in case. You know, somebody said on Twitter, well, nobody needs an AR-15, so they shouldn't have one. But I'm like, well, I don't need a 75-inch TV either, but I want one. Right? The reason why I should have, well, what do you need it for? Are you hunting and doing this? Like, who cares why I need it? I just want one, and I should be able to have one because I want one. I shouldn't have to explain why I want one to anybody. You know what I mean? Like when they say, why do you need one? Who cares why I need one? I just want one. I want to buy it because I have the money to buy it, so I'm going to buy it. You mind your damn business and don't worry about why I want it. That's how America should be. You mind your business. You mind your business.